What's up, world? It's your girl, Tamika Georgia Me Harper. Whenever I'm on Clubhouse, I'm looking for Iron Sharpens Iron with my man, Poetic Black and Written in Pain.
As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another.
Oh, the story. I thought it was a good story. I just felt like it was parts of the story that lagged a little bit for me.
Your cadence, man, it captivated me.
Me, it's just the sincerity in the piece. You know, I could feel that, and the emotion is always going to win me over when I can feel that it's real. So
it was one of those pieces that, you know, where you're waking people up. You know what I'm saying? Bringing awareness. It was an awareness poem, and I really dug it, and I really dug the message behind it.
Thank y'all very much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the space.
Are you ready to enter the dojo? Here, iron, sharpeth iron.
Previously on the Grand Griot competition, the top 4 poets sought to do battle in the Retell a Story Challenge, in which these scribes were challenged to retell a story, be it a fable, folklore, biblical or Quranic tale. They were instructed to modernize the language and time frame, though keeping the sentiment of the tale unchanged, which resulted in an epic night of storytelling.
All right. Good evening, you two. My name is Dr. Rafa Emmanuel Jones. I'll be your marriage counselor from here on. And who do we have here? I'm Adam.
And I'm Yvette.
All right, nice to meet you two. Now, from what I've gathered, I understand that you two are having significant problems in your marriage. Let's see here. This is your 13th year, and both of you have said that the communication has been off. Your sex lives isn't as exciting as what it used to be, and there's a bit of abuse going on. Does any of you want to elaborate? Yeah, I will. All right, Adam.
Seems my husband doesn't know about ladies first.
How typical, Yvette. Chill. We both know you ain't got nothing to say. Anything that comes out of your mouth deserves to be flushed down the toilet anyway. Excuse me? Here we go again. Yvette, you don't want to listen. Why?
Do you hear that? This is exactly why we're in this predicament. He doesn't listen.
Yvette, be quiet. We are here because of your belligerence. We've been struggling for years because of you.
Belligerence? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you and me. In the beginning, it was just you and me at Madison Square Garden. I remember how you looked well guarded while guarding your heart with that fake it till you make it attitude. I thought it was rude, but I chose to give you a chance because I ain't spineless, and you knew that too. And you liked it. Even though I came from the dust, God has formed me into the man you wanted today. This is who I am, Yvette. And I knew God formed you to be the neck of my head, but lately I've been feeling headless with you. And I've been feeling separated from God because of you.
Adam, honey,
what are you talking about? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't play dumb. That day was the day everything began to fall apart.
More like how you're falling apart right now.
All right, enough. One at a time, please. Yvette, let Adam tell the story. Go ahead, Adam. Like I said, it started in Madison Square Garden. It's a place where we first met and where we decided to go for the first part of our honeymoon. We went to see a Knicks game since it's our favorite team. I remember us being excited because after that we were going to a resort in Florida that was rented out for us. But During the game, Yvette had accidentally dropped her phone into somebody else's cup filled with Pepsi. It wasn't turning on or showing any signs of life, and she was distraught about it. So I told her that we can get a new phone after the game. Because luckily for her, I work for an Apple IT company. And because of that, I'm able to get half off on certain iPhone purchases. So we get to the Apple store, and I let Yvette know that she can pick out any model that is not the current year model. And that was because the current year models were not covered in my benefits. So she picked up a model that was solid and within the plan. We both agreed and headed toward the counter. While I was checking out for her, I looked back and she's staring at this brand new model that came out a week ago while talking to other employees. Yeah, because it was a really pretty model, but it wasn't within the plan event. It wasn't. I absolutely forbade it. You always get what you want. I just brought you a brand new Genesis, but it was our honeymoon. What does that have to do with anything, Yvette? What? Like, you're supposed to have authority over our finances. Remember, the things that we buy? That was the plan? Like, why couldn't you buy me the latest iPhone? I know you're not broke. Are you serious right now? Yeah, all right. Yvette, please let Adam finish the story. Go ahead, Adam. So when I finished checking out, I noticed she was still talking to one of the employees of the place, and they gave her something. So she ran back to me with this huge grin on her face. We got to the car, and she pulls out two phone models that haven't been released yet. I looked at her and said, "What in the absolute hell did you just do? And what is in your hands?" She rolled her eyes and said, "I got what I wanted. And I got you a gift." So she handed me this forbidden Apple phone and decided to seed her information into the other one. Okay. Seriously, like, can I say something? Like, please, can I just say something? Go ahead, Eve. So, like, we were at the store, and there was this one employee who came up to me and said, "I saw you eyeing the new model." And I said, "Yeah, but I can't get it because I don't have the money." And then he said, "Well, I can break a deal with you. These new models are technically illegal, but if you activate them with this code, then you won't get tracked." It's a safe haven. And I nodded my head and accepted it. Like, I wanted a new freaking model. Eve, did you not realize that it would put our life in jeopardy? Like, our financial means being ruined along with our reputation. Now we're out here naked, open and viewed for the public to see and judge. Well, I didn't know, but I knew the models looked amazing and had all these features that I needed to do my Instagram lives, and I just took them. I got you one too, and you activated yours as well, Adam. So, like, you didn't completely down the idea that you knew that you wanted one too. Like, don't play with me. Yeah, get mad. So, like, after that, when we went out to this restaurant called The Fig and ate some fried fruit, it was actually a really nice time. Like, we laughed and there was candles and stuff, and it really fit the criteria for a honeymoon, in my opinion. It was just feeling romantic. It just felt so alive. When we went back to the hotel and crashed until the next morning, I felt great. So what happened after that? I'll tell you what happened. We woke up and we got freaking busted. The police were right outside our door. I opened it and they immediately handcuffed both me and her. Apparently the person who gave her those iPhones was a part of an illegal scam, and because of us having the iPhones at the time, we were linked with the people who did the crime. So we were in jail for more than 48 hours. During that time, I got a call from my boss telling me that I'm fired for theft and having illegal access to phones that were not released. Luckily, our lawyer was able to settle for a case that wouldn't allow us to be thrown in jail, but instead, we were forced to leave Madison Square Garden and never come back. So with little time, we had to pack our shit, leave for Chicago, find them jobs, and that's not even the worst part. We've been homeless for 3 years, nowhere to go and nothing to eat but what was out of the trash can. We found jobs that was just enough to afford an apartment. We are literally in the dust. We have gave birth to 3 sons, 2 twins named Cain and Abel. Now Cain is currently in jail for killing Abel with a machete, and Seth is our 3rd son, and he's our only mentally sane a gun pointed at my temple. That's why I feel headless with you. I swear I just wanna... You don't know what I want to do to you right now. You know what, Adam? Have you ever thought maybe you never cater to the things that I want for once? It's always just about you. This is why sex is never good with you. Sometimes I don't want your hot breath in my face all the time. Why not try something different? You're such a bullheaded mess and I'm sick of it every time. Every time you get mad at me, I feel more pain than when I'm giving birth. All right, enough! I have heard enough from the both of you. Both of you, quiet it down. I've seen it. All the reasons of why you two can't handle each other is because there's no order. Adam, I've been listening to you this whole time. By the way, you've been sweating from your brow, but you need to understand that you are the man of the relationship. And as such, you should learn how to take responsibility for what you do have. Men are leaders. Men are given authority to go and conquer. And whatever you have authority over, you must take responsibility for. You must own the fact that anything your wife does that isn't in line falls on you as well. Leaders always take the hit first before anyone else, and in that, you must learn to listen to your husband. Stop being defiant and learn to love him. Show him support. He is doing everything in his power to provide for you, and you are just being difficult. Learn to keep your eyes open and receive what is being said. Both of you need to understand that marriage isn't about one person. You must sacrifice for each other in order to stay fruitful and multiply. Be mindful and become like wings. One wing can't work without the other, so learn to obey. Obey each other by sacrificing for one another. This is always how I intended it to be from the very beginning. This is what the Lord wants. Do you understand? Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. Okay, good. I'm gonna hold you guys to it, and I want to see you guys back in the next week. Learn and do better and improve yourselves. Now have a good evening, you two. Yeah, you too, Doc.
There once was a little girl with gold dreadlocks and bantu knots. Her granny called her Goldie, and every morning she played in the garden. Goldie was graceful and gifted in more ways than one. She loved to have fun amongst the flowers. She'd tell stories to their blooms and swear they spoke back, a black child who didn't lack creativity. Her favorite activity was reading to the rosewood. And even though her imagination ran faster than her legs could, she'd chase every character she created. And then one day, while she was lost in her own world of words, over the trill of the birds, she heard a voice. It traveled through the trees and past the garden gate, boasting and booming with bravado. And Goldie couldn't help but to follow. So she wandered into the forest, walked towards the sound as his performance drew her in, and suddenly she came upon a stage. Is that a bear with a microphone? He had a presence bigger than she'd ever known. He was animated and loud, a griot who turned the woods into his venue. This bear's name was Measy. Goldie stopped in her tracks as he put on a show. The trees were the theater and he was the theatrics, but Goldie decided he was a little too dramatic. But then, after just a few minutes, she learned so much from his conviction. She needed more volume and voltage in her voice so that her stories grabbed more attention. She placed her newfound wisdom in her waistband and walked further into the forest. Quietly snuck away before he noticed he was there, until she heard another bear reciting in the distance. This time the voice was softer and sweet, but nothing was discreet about her delivery. She was vulgar and bold and fearless. She spoke in a way that was sultry and sexy. The second bear's name was Lex. She was so reckless and so unafraid, she made Goldie think, this bear's stories are a little too hot. So she ran away before she was caught, admiring how Lexi was audacious. Goldie knew if she really wanted to draw a crowd, then she had to be more courageous, more tenacity under her tongue. So she made note in her mind and decided to find the path to get home. So she skipped, and just as she was almost there was one more stage and one more bear. The way the voice drifted past the bushes and leaves made Goldie's footsteps instantly freeze. It was the intense storytelling of a lady. The last bear's name was Candy Baby. She was eager and inspiring and made Goldie's eyes grow wide. She made every word she spoke come alive, and again, Goldie listened and she learned. She quickly put pieces of Candy's passion in her pocket before she returned. Her adventure was coming to an end, but her storytelling had just begun. She thought about the bears she learned from and how their strength could make her better. She didn't steal their shine. Instead, she respected their talent and their show. She combined all the best parts of them and went back to the gardens as the grandest Griot.
Beyond the real world, through phone lines and airwaves, was a Litarian woman, the daughter of Justina, named Davina, who loved to read and write. She wrote poetry, novels, short stories, and read any piece of literature she could get her fingertips on. She worked for the Library of Black Sisters as a protector of her mother's books. On the other side of the virtual world was a giant of a man named Goliath, battler of the eardrum. He was their hero whose voice boomed through boomboxes. He was the gigantic voice that bursted the ears of several thousands on airwaves. The eardrummers holding the Litarians captive with Goliath's boisterous voice, capturing humongous audiences. His tricks tricked the algorithm with his larger-than-life vocal frame. He challenged Litarians to battle and said if a Litarian could beat him and kill his lyricism, his people would have to bow to the Litarian's crown. The Litarians feared his loudness, and no one came forward as they seen others flayed at the giant's audio brutality. He challenged Litarians on every social media platform, but no one stepped up to defeat the larger-than-life voiceover monster. The Litarians sought out a hero to save them from the verbal oppression of Goliath and the eardrummers, but couldn't seem to find anyone. As Davina was in her study, her mother, Justina, asked her to share an announcement on Blog Talk to express the Litarians' oppression, seeking a challenge to go against Goliath. As Davina listened in and heard the monstrous voice, "Where is your champion? Is there not anyone who could challenge me? You Litarians shall suffer for an eternity. Your Black sisters have forsaken you." As Davina heard the voice on Blog Talk, she decided to accept his challenge. She heard the disrespect to the Black sisters and would not stand for it. The cowards in the crowd thought the act was ridiculous, attempted to get her to cower, told her the mission would be a game of Russian roulette. They yelled, "Davina! You don't understand, he's armored in entendres, covered in metaphors, and his words are swords." Davina boldly replied, "Sleep on me if you want. You're not as clever as your third eye has portrayed. I'm covered in the power of the Black sisters, and I have been diligent to my studies. I will succeed. But you never battled before. Let us help prep you." The people tried to get her to practice vocal sound effects, content that they saw fit to elicit compassion from the listeners, and right before battle, the king of the Litarians handed her a microphone to call in, but none of it fit. Listen, I have slayed plenty of lions and bears to protect the sanctity of literature before, so the likes of this giant I do not fear. She called into battle. Goliath picked up on the first ring. Hello? Hello? He heard the feminine voice. And once a month bleeding pussy thinks she can defeat me? Davina sat in silence for a moment before she replied with a simple, well, pussy got power if you haven't heard. I will crush you. This isn't a challenge for me. Letarius, give me a real battle where I can defeat. Well. I think I can. I have an idea. I have a challenge for you. Give it to me so I can crush you at your own game. Okay, calm down. How about I beat you, you beat me, and we see who beat who the best. The overconfident Goliath obliged to the challenge and said, pucker up them lips and let this battle begin. This is where pussy gets beat up. Let's go. Now you first. What was that? Are you ready to be annihilated? Mute up. The eardrummers cheered for their leader. Silence! I want to hear the judge's opinion.
That I'm giving you a 9 point. Good job. 9.1.
No one could believe it. Everyone was astonished that Davina slaughtered the monster. And finally, peace was still.
After the dust settled, the final 3 scribes emerged. Representing Team Black, Kiana Pearl. Representing Team Pain, Candy Baby. And also representing Team Black, Miju. After 14 weeks of competition, here's your final 3. But tonight, on Iron Sharpeth Iron, the saga continues in the slam against the Grand Griot Challenge, in which the final 3 competitors will go head to head with the Grand Griot himself, Brother Habib. After this night, an Iron Scribe will be inducted into the Fraternity of Scribes, and 2 griots will remain. Who will be the next Grand Griot? Your judges for this evening: Poetic Black, Written in Pain, Eric Moore. The Bar Goddess, Queen B. And sitting in for the Grand Griot, the Griot, Geronimo Tat. And your host for this evening, the lovely China Blue.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Shit like that. Oh yes. It's Saturday night, y'all. It's our 2nd annual Grand Griot competition, and we all here for the same reason tonight, and that's to find out what? Who will be our Grand Griot champion 2024? Listen, I'm excited about tonight. We've been through a lot to get here. All right, we've had all 12 poets come up here that joined the competition. Shout out to them. Representing Team Pain, we had Lexi, Chris Green, Neo Soul, Taja, Sincere, and of course, Candy Baby. Tonight, Candy Baby stands alone representing Team Pain. No pressure, boo. No pressure. All right. Representing Team Black, we had Lady Crucible. Shout out to you, boo. Sierra, Mijou, the pretty provocative poet, Kiana Pearl, and Mahogany Soul. Listen, tonight, representing them, representing Team Black, y'all show y'all love, Kiana Pearl and Mijou. Kiana is loving the support in the chat. Yes, y'all continue to hype them up. Yes, y'all continue to show them love. We got Team Candy Baby, Team Mijou. We got Team Pain, Team Black, everything that's happening in the chat. We appreciate everybody that's here tonight. We love y'all for being here. Before we continue, I just want y'all to know what the prizes are. So, Pain, if you're ready, please let them know what the prizes are.
Mr. Slow on the draw.
Okay. All right, Blackwood. Tell them what the prizes are.
Well, I can tell you some of the prizes. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of stuff on my plate. But I can tell you some of the prizes. One of the prizes you guys are going to get, monetary prize. You will get $500 for winning this competition.
I don't know. Is it me or do Black sound low to y'all before we continue? Can y'all hear him good?
Yeah, he's kind of low.
I'm still low?
Okay.
What about now?
Better.
That's better.
That's better. Okay. Two, what you will be getting. You'll be getting a book, a publishing deal with In the Child Press. You know, he got packages over there. Our brother Bill, you know, he's gonna hook you guys up. In the Child Press is gonna hook you up if you have a book in mind. Whatever book you're trying to put out there, a book of poetry, it'll be published. He'll give you a package. Payne will let you know about the package you'll get. You know, how many books come in that package, editing and things of that nature. You will be getting a signature track from the legendary Eric Moore.
Hey,
you know, you want to be a professional, you definitely got to be out there, get your poetry out there so people can listen to it. You know what I'm saying? You know, get it streaming and things of that nature. But all that stuff is sweet. All of that stuff is sweet. What you will be getting, though.
The main thing.
The main thing. The thing that matters the most.
Grand Griot Championship title. That's what you here for.
Right. The title, the belt.
To hold that belt. To hold all of your dedication, hard work, resilience, and persistence. It's going to be in that belt. You're going to feel the weight of it. You're going to feel the weight of all of your accomplishments throughout this competition. All of the anxiety, all of the going crazy, the stir craziness. What I'm going to do this week. You know, it's going to be worth it. You know, and you will be referred to as the Grand Griot for 1 calendar year. You will be the Grand Griot.
One calendar year. It's official. Only 1 calendar year, y'all.
No, one
After
calendar
that,
year.
We don't know what we're gonna call y'all, but at least that
one
first
calendar
year,
you will be getting when you come on the stage of Iron Sharpeth Iron. We will refer to you only as the Grand Griot. You will also get the perks of, if you want to come up and spit, you can spit when you're ready. Just put it in the chat. I'm ready. And we pulling you up. Forget who was next. The Griot has spoken.
Brother Habib, this your last week, brother. You better enjoy it.
You know, Brother Habib got the treatment. Brother Habib gets the treatment. He gets the treatment. But he will forever be the Grand Griot. He will always be the Grand Griot. So tonight, you know, Payne got some things he want to talk about first. Let's shoot it to Payne. Payne, once again, slow.
Like, is it like for dramatic effect?
Draw.
I don't know.
He's always slow on the draw. Yo, listen, man. He's slow on the draw. Yo, I'm gonna tell you, when you listen to Breathing Through Paper, listen to the intro. Written in pain, tell us why you breathe through paper. And there's a long pause there.
For dramatic
effects. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother's slogan. That's his thing, man. That's when you know it's pain. Like, yo, Mr. Written in Pain. It gotta be at least 8 seconds. Gotta be.
I'm gonna count it down next time I call on him. Okay, so Pain, you have anything to say? 1, 2.
He's black trying to be funny. It's not a comedy show. This is a Grand Griot competition. All right. So look here. Due to the fact that Geronimo has some other obligations, we only going with 4 judges tonight. And the reason why we're going with the 4 judges tonight is because all of these judges have slammed before. So I felt like for the credibility purpose of that, we were just going to keep it with the 4 since Geronimo couldn't make it. With that being said, though, we are going to drop the high. So we want you to keep that in mind when you're doing your arithmetic. That we're going to drop your highest score tonight.
Only one score will be dropped. It's your highest.
Right.
You got anything to say about the prizes? Oh, I'm sorry.
Also, we judging this with a slam kind of critique. So you come up here and you spit your shit like you was in a slam. This is why we said no bells and whistles, no special effects, no none of that. So yeah. Also, I guess we'll talk about that a little later. But I just want everybody to keep that in mind. Your high score will be getting dropped, and yeah, we slam judging. I wish we had a sack poet. That's what I was trying to. I forgot I was trying to line that up earlier, man. You know what I mean? We could.
A sack poet? Let's see, do we have a sack poet in the house? We do have a sack poet.
Yeah, somebody with a 3-minute, you know what I'm saying? 3:30 poem.
3 minutes and 30 seconds. That's going to be important.
Poem. Okay, so what they're saying right now is if there's anybody out there that would like to be the sacrificial poet tonight, to step up right this second with a 3-minute piece.
No. I'm offering. No,
the Griot has spoken.
Okay. Okay. It's only right. It's only right. Let's bring Geronimo Tat on up to the stage. Okay. Before we get into this, I just want to give the competitors some inspiration to show you guys your work that you done put throughout this competition. We're gonna start with Candy Baby. Candy Baby, up into this point right now, your average out of all the weeks, I added them all up and I gave you an average. Your average score is a 28.0. 28.0. Kiana Pearl, added your scores up throughout the weeks. And your average is a 28.2. And Miju, I added your scores up. And your average is a 29.0. So as you can see, this is pretty even. Ain't no slouches here. From week to week, you guys have been competing. Don't drop the ball tonight.
No pressure, though.
No pressure. Don't drop the ball. It's go time. This is what you're made of. Let's go.
with that said, for those of you who have never been at a slam before, the duty of the sacrificial poet is to kind of give the competitors a feel of how the judges are scoring. So it's basically a margin line. Like, whatever score Geronimo gets, you kind of know, you kind of weigh in, you kind of weigh in what you coming with against that. So this is poetic justice right here, that it would be the Griot to come up.
And it's beneficial to the poets that come after him. So you guys take notes, because this is for you guys, not for the audience. It's for y'all to know what the judges are looking for, how they feeling, what they doing.
Yeah, can I say something real quick, people?
Yes, you can, brother.
All right. First and foremost, congratulations to all the contestants. With the numbers that Black just gave everybody, and this is going to the contestants, those numbers mean absolutely nothing. Basically, all of you guys are starting from ground zero, which means you don't bring your best, you will not be moving on. The purpose of you being in this contest is to be the Grand Griot. We want your best. You're going to be judged on your best, not half-ass, your best. So I say this with nothing but love. Good luck to each and every one of you.
Okay, now a little bit more. You guys will be timed. I will be keeping the score. I mean, the time. I'll be the timekeeper. I'll be keeping the time. So know that you will be timed. It's a 3-minute poem with a 30-second grace period. So you have a total of 3 minutes and 30 seconds to get through your poem. If you go over that time, if you go over 3 minutes and 30 seconds, you will be deducted a full point. You will be deducted a full point from your overall score. So the judges will give their scores, and after they render their scores, 1 point, 1 full point will be deducted from your score. So if you plan to go over that 3 minutes and 30 seconds, make it good. But one more thing, since this is the house of the Grand Griot, this is the house of the Grand Griot, and Brother Habib is the Grand Griot. Brother Habib will have the option in every round, to decide whether he wants to go first or if he wants you to go first.
So no flipping coins this
This is no flipping coins. We're in the house of the Griot. Show him some respect.
Ooh, respect.
Okay. Since we got that out the way, you guys know, you may be going first, you may be going last. So prepare yourselves. It's time to do battle. The lovely China Blue, back to you, Queen.
I just had scar in my head. Be prepared. Never mind. So we got the prizes out the way. Listen, you guys, it's a no entry competition. So the fact that you get this grand prize of the belt and the $500 and all of that and all of these extra things, that's a great thing. These things are coming out of these people's pockets, out there, opportunity, out there, time. So take this opportunity and make it a big deal. Listen, y'all don't have to, a book. You can put down some music. You can put out a spoken word album, whatever. Eric Moore, he's big flex. Okay, so you guys take it seriously. Don't just put it down and act like it's nothing. This is a great opportunity. And whose dime other than somebody else's would you want to use, this tank? Take a chance. If you don't have a book ready, to the 3 people that's left, get one together real quick. If you don't have something spoken word, get it together real quick. So when the opportunity comes and the time is hyped and you win, you'll have something to hurry up and put out there. So don't let this opportunity pass you by. So what we doing? Are we doing our sacrificial poet first?
Yes, we will be. Yep.
All right. The Grand Griot. Hey, boo.
Grand Griot's Brother Habib.
Thank you. Thank you, Brother Geronimo Tat. Thank you. To get it right. The Grand Griot. He said the Grand.
I know we in the Grand Griot competition and we about to crown somebody the Grand Griot. So, I know it's nice falling off the tongue.
It was, wasn't it? It felt good. It came off my tongue, so of course it did. Anyway, so what you doing?
This piece I'll be doing is called Man versus Bear.
All right, get it in, Griot.
On TikTok, they've been interviewing women, asking if you'd rather be in the woods with a bear or a random man. Some took their time. Most answered as fast as they can that they'd rather choose a bear over a man. I'm like, damn. Don't they know that a bear can weigh up to half a ton and be 9 feet tall? That we not talking about shopping when we say they more razor sharp claws or muscular paws. Be having your mama robbing Peter to pay Paul bears? She ain't never watched Discovery Channel with Bear Grylls. She ain't never seen the teeth in a bear's grill. Do they think teddy bears is how a bear feels? Are you fucking for real? We have the right to bear arms, but if you're trying to fight a bear with your bear arms, you're going to end up dead in a bear's arm. This not a woman I would dare harm. Ain't no rapist over. So yeah, I took it personally. I thought it was a stretch. Yogi Bear sounded embellished and overzealous, but I think I was being selfish as some men's behavior wasn't hellish. Like men ain't had the history of wanting women to just grin and bear it. It's around 20,000 murders a year in the United States, compared to over 400,000 sexual assaults on women each year. Don't get it distorted. That's just the average of what's being reported. And I'm naturally protective, so I had to think about it subjective like a detective, step back and see it from their perspective. She don't know anybody that's ever been attacked by a bear. But she can go to her local hair salon and see 5 sexually assaulted victims over there. And the only bear hugs that violated them didn't come from a bear. So yeah, she's not going to trust me. Especially if she don't know you, but we gaslight like she's the one being bipolar, barely acknowledges she has a just cause. Acting like she's saying it just cause. Like she ain't been trying to protect her honeypot from men's paws. But we'll play the game pause like it's that many gay niggas beating down your doors. No, Diddy, this is happening in your city, not just the Memphis Chris. We be seeing a woman with childbearing hips and you can barely wait to get your bearing straight between her 2 continents. It's okay to be attracted to a woman, but let's not be disrespectful, overbearing, or too obvious. And just because you like her don't mean she got to acknowledge it. Y'all could just be polar opposites. She don't give a fuck about the nature of brown bears or how a bear look when she got strangers in her neighborhood plotting to leave her with a Care Bear in the kitchen and barefoot speaking with her. How many women might have been barefoot leaving an LA, New York, or Chicago club, attacked by a man in white socks trying to leave her with a Chicago cub, so she stayed with her car keys and bear mates for the off chance the nigga attacking her is barefaced and there waits the fact. Unbearable that there are too many men that for the beehive they behave like they don't know how to act. Men that attack, rape, and kill, they not just trying to steal a person, not caring who they hurt, at least for the bear playing dead actually works. It's uncomfortable, but it's the bare truth. So eat the berry, spit out the seed and grow a tree that'll bear fruit because this is a huge problem. But it's not more than we can handle. Take Mystical, for example. Accused and charged of sexual assault twice. And this time he's actually facing life. And I don't care if you don't like it, like life don't sound fair. But if I see Mystical in the forest with a grizzly, I'm probably going to get busy and help the bear.
Ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. The Griot Geronimo Tat. This piece, man, the amount of poetic devices that you use so subtly, it's amazing. The bear scheme all throughout the piece, the alliteration, and the overall performance. This piece is fire. On top of that, sentiment value, you managed to capture both sides of the coin with this. You managed to address the frustration and the disdain from men who heard that statement and felt the way. But then you qualified it later on in the piece, given our sister's point of view. This piece is phenomenal, man. There's only one score I can give this. I'm giving this a 10. Mr. Eric Moore.
All right, Geronimo, I see what you did. I ain't mad at you. Piece was on point. Delivery was ridiculous. Cadence, immaculate. Everything was what it was supposed to be. I appreciate what you did. There is no sacrifice, literally, by you being the sacrificial poet. Alright. So with all that being said, my brother, I give you a 9.6. Great job.
9.6 has been recorded. And your time, Geronimo, was 2 minutes 57 seconds. 2 minutes 57
Right on
seconds.
the
So
feet.
you was right there. That's slam perfection right there. The bar goddess, Queen B.
Geronimo, this piece was brilliant. Black took all the accolades and all the good feedback and everything, but I definitely echo everything he said. The piece was so whole. Like I felt like there was nothing left that you could have possibly done with this piece, put in this piece. The flexing was crazy, the wordplay, just being so concise and exploring and stretching everything you could out of Bear in every which way was crazy. It's a 9.9 for me.
9.9 has been recorded. Mr. Written in Pain.
The word I like to use is edutainment, coined by the great KRS-One, edutainment. Because what's happening here, you're doing a lot of things in this poem that as a poet or as a non-poet, you could just enjoy in the wordplay and in the conversational aspect of this poem. You're like, y'all could be polar opposites. Some people will catch that, some people won't, but it was dope. And then in the way you delivered it, the effortlessness, in the way you delivered the wordplay. But then there's an overall, there's a deeper meaning to what you're saying, and I agree with everything everyone said. But I really, really appreciate you being able to see both sides of that statement in one piece, man. This is a 10.
A 10 has been recorded. Okay.
Hey, sure. Real quick, can I say something? I want to piggyback off of something China said real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
With all the prizes that come along with the Grand Griot competition, there's one thing that you cannot quantify that every scribe has received with this competition. Being able to get the experience for a competition like this. This is American Idol level. This is America's Got Talent level, where you facing the challenge week after week. Where else can you get that experience for free and sitting at home? It's nothing like it. Just want to be clear.
Facts.
Hey, talk that talk.
Okay, with a cumulative score of a 29.5. The high score was dropped. The three remaining scores is tallied, and that's how we'll be doing this going forward. So you guys got a full example of what is going on. Geronimo's time was 2 minutes and 57 seconds, well within that 3-minute mark, and it was a brilliant poem. Bring your Sunday's best. Let's go. China Blue is on you. We ready.
We appreciate you, Geronimo, man. Thank you, brother.
Definitely, King.
Much love, Kane. Indeed. Listen, as he said, it's a lot of things that the poets have had to do. If you want to check out last year competition so you can figure out how Brother Habib got to be the Grand Griot, check it out. It's right here on Clubhouse. Make sure you follow the house, follow the judges, everybody at the top and the bottom of the house. Make sure that you're sharing the room. Let people know what y'all doing. It's Saturday night. Let them know where y'all at. It's what we doing. Yeah, we had a lot of challenges this competition. We had to do what? Video challenges. They had to write to videos. They had to write a letter to God. They had to write as teams. Who know how it is to work in a team? You know, some people not team people. They like to work by themselves, write by themselves. Everybody's not a group team player. So this competition made you have to do that. You know, maybe you work well with your team. Maybe you win against your team. Who knows? But, you know, there was that. They had to write as each other. They had to write against poems. Khadijah and I, shout out to Khadijah, the other host of the competition when I'm not here. Hey, boo, hey. We got seduced one night, okay? It got real sexy, a little Saturday seduction, okay? Shout out to Mijou and Mahogany Soul for making it real wet. I mean, great that night. I appreciate y'all. All right, when y'all ready, I'm ready to get into it. We ready to see who gonna make it to the finale.
Let's go. We ready.
All right, representing Team Black, we got Kiana. All right, so who goes first? Brother Habib get to say how it goes to Greg Griot. What's it gonna be, boo?
Peace and blessings. So listen, I do want to address something real quick, man, because last week I was hesitant, man. I was real hesitant, and the reason why I was really hesitant to I just wasn't through this. I don't know, the last 8 months, man. There's been this war going on in Palestine, and I told myself I didn't want to get into it. Like, I mean, I love listening, et cetera, but for me to open my mouth and start spitting, I just couldn't do it, and I just wasn't feeling it. So now I'm gonna dedicate what I do to Gaza. And
is this an exclusive piece? This is new?
Everything is new.
Okay, get it in.
So I'm dedicating these next 3 pieces to Gaza, and I'm gonna go first.
The king got it.
I would be like this shit. I ain't gonna do this up, man. You can start the timer. 2 seconds. Let me find the joint right here. All right. All right. Bismillah. Fighter jets, Federal Express special delivery death to children who never posed a threat. Parents posting pics of their kids' corpses for the world to see, trying to pose their lifeless posture posthumously. These savage scenes got me feeling hard pressed to press like on the most unlikable things. Instagram hearts being pressed on the most heartfelt memes. Body parts and hearts blown out onto your TV screen. Philistine, the land of the most breathtaking views of soldiers choking the living life out of you. Children's eardrums are scarred from the constant ASMR bombs bombard, the unremitting, persisting sound of drones chaperoned by the destruction of your homes. The hatred tattooed upon their faces has now become sacred. When snipers can kill an amputee with both his upper limbs amputated, no elbows, forearms, or hands, then Fox News will tell you why it's okay to kill an unarmed man. Imagine the pain parents feel when death spins its wheel and it's your child you had to lose. So many mothers remember when bad news was just their little girl was always late for school, but now bad news is doctor saying, I'm sorry, but both your legs you will have to lose. With a 95% chance you will succumb to those wounds. But the good news, Habibi, the good news is that the pictures of your dead body will get over 1 million views. Their blood and gore galore is met with guffaws, applause, and calls for encore. Mothers, infants, and teens, entire family trees are uprooted, then unalived on live stream. Entire city blocks blown to smithereens, a mixture of munitions and machines mashed into his chest and spleen. Bones shatter like cheap dollar store figurines. Dummy bombs destroying human beings being streamed on your smartphone screen. Mothers uploading clips of soldiers unloading magazines. Bullets packed into the back of pubescent young teens. Then post these postmortem scenes to the soundtrack of her dying guttural screams. But it's their own fault. All this killing and is maiming is the blame for making them victims of victim shaming. How could so many receive this gift of being so spiritually rich from the fortune of being so unfortunate? Millions of people buried in the pain of their ancestral past, praying they'll outlast the miles and miles of missile blasts. But 3,000 bombs over Bethlehem will turn mama's big boy into an outcast.
Wow. Wow. Wordplay, sentiment, overall passion. Your official time is 2 minutes, 58 seconds. Right on point. This was fire. Thought-provoking is an understatement. 10. Mr. Eric Moore.
Brother Habib, I need to ask you a question before I get into your stuff.
Yes, sir.
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
Yo, you're from Buffalo, am I correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is me giving you the ultimate respect, not just from you being from Buffalo, but from you being up north. You remind me of Amir Suleiman. You remind me of a poet from Buffalo by the name of Kadir Latif.
Kadir is my little brother.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like I said, I hear you. When I listened to your piece, I wasn't in my room anymore, yo. I was on the battlefield. I saw the blood. I smelled the gun. A 10. Wonderful job.
A 10 has been recorded. That's crazy. Wow. The bar goddess, Queen B.
Brother Habib, it was a 10 for me when you got to that one line where you said Fox News, and paraphrasing, and speaking on what happens to the limbs, and you said unarmed. It was the flip on that line, the emphasis to get it both ways. Like, you had to really be there. That right there was a 10 for me. So, yeah.
A 10 has been recorded. Mr. Written in Pain.
It was the way you wove them in, though. But the piece wasn't rhyming. But you the Grand Griot for a reason, man. That's a 10.
A 10 has been recorded. First piece out the gate. We drop in the high. That leaves a 30. The Grand Griot ain't playing no games.
Obviously.
Kiana Pearl, let's go.
This ain't about winning to me. My anxiety is all 10s, and that's the only score I'm worried about. I let y'all judge me so I don't jump. I wouldn't usually fight for fractions, but I finally figured that maybe it's fine. It's distracting my mind from my demons. So when y'all score me, sometimes I hear the numbers in milligrams. It reminds me to pop pills of poetry instead. I'm just trying to get the same high. But I write sentences I can't even swallow whole. Being Grand Griot never was my goal because the gag is. I'm not grand at anything but gutting myself. And to be honest, I don't give a fuck who's entertained. This competition was supposed to ease my pain. I thought the pressure would slow my bleeding. But yet here I am, using my pen to slit my wrist, just for y'all to give me a 9.6, so fuck delivery. I'm trying to deliver myself. This is the cadence that keeps me from cutting, so I can't care what anyone thinks. I've been on the brink of breaking, so of course sometimes my voice cracks. I'm just trying not to slip through. You can't pick me apart if I'm already in pieces, so you can keep your 9.2. No ratios could ever reflect me. That's why I hear my scores in pounds. I just want y'all to hear the weight in my words so I can get it off my shoulders. It reminds me I don't need to starve myself as a sick way to feel a little lighter. I'm too heavy a writer to fit on any scale. My mind makes its own measure. Some days my every meal is a measurement. So when y'all score me, I hear it in calories just to make myself more comfortable tonight when y'all score me. I'm a pretend it's in grams. Something I can smoke to make sense of the numbers, like if I'm top 3 and I smoke through a quarter tonight, don't that equal 10 if my math is right? But I'll let y'all check my work, because my pen is a problem, not a percentage. So y'all's digits and decimals disappoint. But go ahead, score me, and I'll convert it into degrees, because I can't tell if y'all can count how cold I am. What's the formula for these calculations? Is it the square root of our sins? But even then, it's impossible for me to fall short. But it's like every week I've been coming to court with the judges as a jury of my peers. Just be fair when you deliberate. Your verdict has been my vice lately. I'm not asking for credit for all the time I served. Just give me the score I really deserve. This trial done triggered me long enough. But I've proven my pen beyond a reasonable doubt, and I got way too much conviction for anyone to convict me. I'm only guilty of being the best. I'm a defiant defendant, but my own pen is the plaintiff, so in the case of competition, either way, I still win. I'm numb to all the numbers, so you can score me what you want, and I'll just give myself a 10.
Okay, Kiana Pearl, you was cutting it close, but you rode that wave. Your official time was 3 minutes, 24 seconds. Now let's get into this piece. Wordplay was crazy. I love the parallel between the scores and bringing it into weight. From the milligrams to the pounds to the grams. I thought that was very clever. And I thought it was slick. I thought you showed your teeth a little bit in this piece. You know, throughout this competition, I'm pretty sure people done talked about your quiver. Me personally, I happen to like your quiver. I think it brings texture to your poetry. But this piece right here was solid. It was a solid piece. I found myself whoaing like, whoa, oh, okay, multiple times throughout this piece. Kiana Pearl, I'm giving you a 9.7. Now, I don't know how to convert that into grams, so that may be, I don't know, maybe 102 grams or so. I don't know. But Mr. Eric Moore.
You know, nigga.
You know. Kiana. You're back on the block again, I see. And at the same time, you're back in your element. You said I'm just trying to get the same high. That touched me. No diddy. That really touched me. Love what you did with this piece. I can't say anything more than what Black already said, because it would be redundant. But at the same time, I will say this. I would have given you a higher score. You had one fumble. So with all that said, I'm giving you a 9.6.
9.6 has been recorded. The bar goddess, Queen B.
Kiana Pearl, I thought conceptually this was really dope. I also felt like this is a poet's poem. You know, whenever we put ourselves out there, when we write a poem and it becomes performance, it's a lot of weight putting yourself out there like that on a page and on a stage, whether it's slamming or not, but and competing or not. But I felt like I saw you, like you were very seen for me. Like that battle with anxiety, there was certain terminology that you used that gave real insight on what this experience was like for you. And I definitely appreciated that. For me, it's a 9.7.
9.7 has been recorded. Mr. Written in Pain.
Thoroughly enjoyed this piece. Man, the wordplay, and you did this thing when you said you convert. You said you converted into degrees and how cold you are, and I was like, oh, I was just doing a piece, she's swagging on you. Kiana, before this competition, I wasn't that familiar with your pen or your poetry. But I remember the night you auditioned and the reaction of people who were in the room. They were just like, oh. I was like, oh, okay, let me. And there were weeks in this competition where I was just like, yo, Kiana, she's a problem. And tonight is one of them nights where I'm like, Kiana's a problem. I enjoyed this piece. I thought it was dope. And you said a line about the pressure. Thought the pressure would stop the bleeding. Yo, I'm gonna shadow Queen B with that number.
A 9.7 has been recorded. Payne, work on your audio. Your audio's a little off, bro. It's like real low. It sounds like it's muffled. Thank you, Kiana.
His audio is low, and your audio is kind of like choppy.
It's choppy?
Yeah.
Like I'm going in and out?
A little staticky.
All right. I'll try to work on that.
Audio feel low?
You better now.
You sound fine to me, but the audience was saying that you sounded low.
Yeah, you on the recording. You sound very muffled.
You sound good, bro.
Now you good now.
All
right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break. Give the Grand Griot a little moment to adjust to his new competitor. Kiana Pearl will let you know your scores by the end of the evening. Good luck, Queen.
Kiana Pearl.
All right, so
her pen is a problem.
we're gonna take this.
Understand that, Brother Habib. A pen is a problem.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Hey, and we're back. Welcome back. You are listening to the second annual Grand Griot competition. We are all here to find out one thing and one thing, baby. Here to find out, will they make it to the finale? Tonight they are going up against our last year's champion, our last year's Grand Griot, Brother Habib, out here Habibin. If you wasn't here in the beginning of the show and you're just now joining us, you missed a good part of the show. Geronimo, the griot from last year, representing 2023 along with Brother Habib, and our Dirty Dozen wild card, Rafa, shout out to him. He was in the competition representing from last year as well. He just did his thing as a sacrificial poet. We enjoyed that piece. I loved all of the Chicago parts. Okay, you know I'm biased, so I loved all of that. The honeybee part, all of that, I definitely enjoyed. Brother Habib and Kiana just went head to head, and up next, we got Candy Baby representing Team Pain. Come see me, boo. Make sure y'all out here voting. Okay, as we wait for Candy Baby to come up here, make sure y'all out here voting. All right, for the National Spoken Word Award. If you don't have the link at the top, Black, please put it at the top. If not, just go into the Google search or wherever you search and put National Spoken Word Awards, and you will find it. Make sure that you vote for this show, Iron Sharpens Iron. Okay, I think that's what, J or G or something on the thing, and Spoken Soul Sessions is like K. So make sure that y'all voting. Some of your favorite poets are nominated: Geronimo, Lexi, Lottie, Ebony. Make sure y'all going over there and y'all voting and showing y'all support and y'all love for everybody. Candy, baby, you ready, boo?
Can you give me just 1 second?
Candy, baby, brother Habib, who going first? Is it you or is it she?
I'll go first since she's a couple seconds.
Look at him. That's Greg Griot right there. That's how he moves. I'll go first. All right, go first, boo.
No, it's all love. It's all love. Yeah, so we back on it, yo.
Hold on, let me get the time right. Okay, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Mothers, fathers, grandparents, uncles, aunts, cousins, neighbors, nephews, and nieces. You see, it takes a village. But I don't mean what's needed to raise a child. It takes a village is how Israel colonizes their towns, dropping bombs that can be heard all over the globe. Even the deaf can hear the sound of Israeli drones. It's a strong confirmation there's nothing left of your home except fractured femur bones, the smell of adrenaline and adrenochrome in this blood-soaked war zone. While most of Americans and Israelis are just clueless, and the clues of their cluelessness are found in portraits of vacation trips and dinner pics, flicks of new outfits and hopes for likes and clicks. Castrated consumers consumed with the pitiful excuse of their trivial pursuits that occupy their lives, while Palestinians are preoccupied each night with an occupation of fight or flight. Either choice equates the opposite of life. Imagine soldiers in an occupation with no end in sight. Snipers focusing in with your end in sight. A verbal fight with settlers within your rights could end by the end of the night with the end of your life, and there's no way to change it. Angels can't even explain it as they watch Daoud being killed by Goliath, while Goliath is wearing the Star of David. The antics are pathetic. European Zionists that act anti-Semitic, labeling the authentic ethnic Arab as anti-Semitic, even though their mothers, fathers, uncles, and aunties are Semitic. So what would you do? Nigga, answer the fucking question. What would you do with the feeling of shrapnel tearing through you? Then to see your daughter's emotionless face staring through you, peeking out from under the rubble like some sick game of peekaboo. These are the perverse things people do to people who are forced to stare down the barrel of your gun as their scenic view. Fathers telling their sons, look, Simba, everything that your eyes can see must submit wholeheartedly to Israeli authority. Stuck with the enormity of trying to normalize this new Normandy, where every day is the day of D-Day on replay. Children caught between torment and malnourishment, smothered beneath blankets of death and discontent, only to awaken to the smell of your family's dead body stench. No flowers or roses sent, no cards that read, my condolences for putting holes this big alongside of your open ribs. But who needs sympathy cards and kind words from their colonizers when your optics can see the stark reminders that your ops is Oppenheimer?
Wow. I hate to be a judge. Judges, what say you?
Wow. Your official time for this piece was 3 minutes exactly. Wow. This is a statement right here, man. The ability to bring the news, you know, to reflect the times. This is a poet's job, to reflect the times. You know, this is like the public CNN, unfiltered. This was delivered with passion. The wordplay on point. Performance, no stumbles. I'm trying. I'm really trying. I'm really trying to find something wrong with this. You know, because I'm trying to I'm trying to find something wrong with it. But E More, he likened you to Amir Suleiman, and he's definitely one of my favorite artists. And I didn't make that connection that he being from Buffalo. I was like, wow. But listening to you, content and subject matter specifically, or especially, yeah, man. This is the vibes I get when I hear Suleiman. When I hear Danger, when I hear poems like that, this is the feeling. It makes things still for a second. Let's get back to reality. All of the superficial shit that we be paying attention to. Real shit is going on in the world. And we turn a blind eye, or our eyes has become desensitized. This was a powerful piece, Brother Habib. This was a powerful piece, man. And I'm giving you a 10. Mr. Eric Moore.
I love my job. I hate my job. And I love my job again. All right, let me make one thing clear, Brother Habib. Once again, you're from Buffalo, right?
Yes, sir.
Amir is from Rochester. You're from Buffalo. I said this before. Something about you up north poets. You just put us on a plane. You smuggled us into that territory. You put us with white hats on. We had our little vest on that said press, and we experienced everything that was taking place. You used the line at the end of your piece where you said, your ops are Oppenheimer, which I thought was so fucking great, the way to end that piece that way. But you also you used the sound effect in the beginning of a drone. And I'm like, the man can't do anything wrong. This piece reminded me, and I know this is a lot to put on you, but facts is facts. I don't give out accolades all the time. You have to earn this from me. The piece that I just heard reminded me of the piece that Amir did called Brimstone. You get a 10, my brother.
A 10 has been recorded. The bar goddess, Queen B.
Brother Habib, it is a pleasure as someone who is really committed to like the authenticity to spoken word. Like the experience that you gave just now was just absolutely remarkable. The conviction just emotionally, but then also the writing was right up there. You had a few things that blew my mind. The inclusion of the David and Goliath parallel. Then there was the flip on the Lion King, that iconic conversation between Mufasa and Simba. The way that you flipped that to show the pain of something that we glorify and hold to such high regard, that you utilize that to show and express the magnitude of pain was just, I don't know how you do that. It's a 10.
10 has been recorded. Mr. Written in Pain.
This was cinematic. This was audio Broadway. It was that you did. I wish with the Normandy, that whole I caught that, and I was like, this guy. Yeah, man. This was visual poetry. Talk about concrete images. This was that. Talk about conviction. This was that. You talking about spitting with purpose. This was that. This is a 10.
A 10 has been recorded.
Wow.
Dropping the high, that is another 30. Candy B, it's on you.
Candy baby.
I'm ready.
Let us get a quick check on your audio.
Yeah.
Let me get a 1 2 1 2.
Can you hear me?
It's you in the
Someone
matrix.
hear me?
You a little matrixy.
Okay.
Try to get in a good spot.
Yeah, she had to go out. Now you still sound the same, Queen.
I still sound the same. Fuck.
Okay, wait, keep going. I think that's it. I think we found it.
I'm still in the matrix.
You good?
Nah, we got you. That's it.
Nah, you good. You good.
Oh man. Okay. I slept on my second guessing my potential as if my biggest competition in the mirror. It's okay. The sun can't steer so shine. I got this. I was made for this. Since 93, I trained for this. I eat, sleep, and breathe literature, hear the rhythm of my heartbeat, beat, fries, simile, fun. The ink pumps through my veins, the pathways the sun, and I'm straight up to carry with grace like grace. I'm grand, slam, grill, no convincing. Streets need a voice, I'm South Central's Jalamusu. My craft's bigger than a lockbox I've been shoved into. This is my breakout season, Jalamusu. The they say the same
Okay,
was my name.
wait. It's hard to hear you, Candy baby. You going in and out, and I don't want you to miss this opportunity. The chat room is saying that they can't hear you and that I need to stop you and you need to start over. So go to a place because you're going in and out. It's hard to hear you. I don't want you to miss this opportunity. I don't want you to miss it because we can't hear you. It sounds crazy. All right, shout out to the chat room. Much love to y'all. Lady Crucible says she's also nominated, so make sure y'all go and see what that's about. Make sure that you're showing your love. Geronimo is also nominated in like 4 different categories. So if you see Geronimo Mooney from Ohio, that's him. Please vote. I also agree with Emor when he was talking about the drone effects on Brother Habib's point. I don't think everybody caught that, Emor. I don't know if they all felt the same vibe, but I'm glad you pointed that out. Candy baby, can we get a test?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, you sound good. Keep talking.
Can you hear me?
You sound good.
Am I clear?
You sound clear.
I sound good? Oh, Jesus.
You got it. It's
All
nothing.
right.
You got this.
I'm ready. I slept on myself, second guessing my potential as if my biggest competition isn't the reflection in the mirror. It's okay. The sun can't see herself shine. I got this. I was made for this. Since 93, I trained for this. I eat, sleep, and breathe literature, hear the rhythm of my heartbeat, beat rhyme schemes, similes, puns. The ink pumps through my veins, the craft weighs the ton, and I'm strong enough to carry it with grace like the greats. I'm grand, slam, griot, no convincing. Streets need a voice, I'm South Central's Jalamusu. My craft's bigger than the lockbox I've been shoved into. This is my breakout season, Jalamusu. The greats say the space with my nameplate, place say no rookie of the year. This is my craft. I've seen literature. Call me Pookie, I get this itch, stomach pains when I'm not near literature. I feel syringes, wishing linear satire cocktails through my veins. That's lit realism. I'm a literary junkie, slam knowledge, seek books, write me in pain. Scotty can't save me. My pen bang paragraphs and stanzas, literary monster. My words bully bookshelves, call me Tookie. The good guy always looks like the villain, I'm Robin Hood. Bottom up poetic
bitch, make room. There's not a literary category you can box me in. I am generational genres, a walking encyclopedia. I'm grand, slam, fluent in literary frequency. My spit golden, my spit golden, my spit golden. I swallow and digest these scribes. Stand on my stanzas front line in real time, not from the comfort of couches, screaming repeats of atrocities without being innately involved in conflict resolution. Told you once before, I won't be folding. The fire fuel when Donald got me going, told me, little black girl lost, find your way, now drip ink stains on paper. Turn words to swords, cut through justice poetically on notepads. Rip through systems, oppression, rebuilding the stories of forgotten whore sons who survived by picking poetic verses over pistols, slim cold. Melt the icebergs of ears, death to inner city hoodlums blues. Grab the hands of girls who pen paragraphs over popping pussy. I tell stories from the streets to the suites, cell blocks to mountaintops. This is more than a win. It's for the little girl innocence jacked by pedophile sons locked in piss-stained bars. Ink stains replace tear stains. This is more than a win. For the little girl who swore words didn't hurt, but the venomous tongues deteriorated her mental. This is her beginning. She not finished yet. My spit golden, my spit golden, my spit golden. Trickle triumph on my name, descending of power pills, covered in the legacy of ridden spirits. You hear them? They said, Candy baby, wake up. You're up next.
Okay. First and foremost, before we even get into the scores, it happened. However, Candy Baby shouldn't have been stopped. She shouldn't have been stopped and allowed to start over. In the light of what happened to Lexi last week, Lexi audio was chopped throughout the whole piece, and she wasn't stopped to give in a chance to get her audio together to recite a piece again. In all fairness, that must be mentioned. However, it was done. It was done. And I'm not going to penalize it because it happened. And in the spur of the moment, I guess we didn't want what happened last week with the audio issue to be a recurring issue this week.
Exactly. The chat let me know that it was hard to hear, and so that's why I did it. So I apologize to Lexi and Candy Baby if I disturbed any piece. But they were letting me know that it was too choppy and they couldn't hear, and I didn't want the same issue to be the issue, so I apologize.
Understandable. But with that being said, we're going to score this poem as is, as submitted. Okay, so now that's out of the way. Wow, Candy Baby. Wow. The passion really shined through this piece right here. The wordplay was phenomenal, and I thought your delivery of it was right on point. I thought you did a great job. I'm giving you a 9.7, Mr. Eric Moore.
Candy Baby. Passion was definitely there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The passion was definitely there. I like the metaphors that I heard. When it came to the delivery, you fumbled a couple of times, but you continued to press on. With everything that I just said, I give you a 9.6.
9.6 has been recorded. The bar goddess, Queen B.
Candy Baby, your delivery was, like everyone already, the two judges before me have said, not only was it passionate, but it was very self-affirming. And I think that matched just the rhythm of the piece altogether. It was beautiful to experience, to hear you affirm yourself. Like I felt that take over more than the little peaks where I felt and heard the anxiety. I think that ended up in why you did stumble. It was just that, just remember to take a breath to be able to control it. That's all. Just take a breath. You had some beautiful points in this. I'm a Donald Goins fan, so Donald got me going. Yeah, that was real slick. Lost Girl, that black girl. Yeah, that was really really slick. I love that. What else did I put down? What else did I put down? Your words. That was the other thing. The journey. It reminded me of this piece made it possible in showing how words can take a poet's stories everywhere. And I felt that throughout this piece. You showed us and told us a story of how what you speak can reach ears everywhere. 9.6 for me.
A 9.6 has been recorded. Mr. Written in Pain.
This piece was passionate. It was definitely everything on the table. And that was the energy that I got from it. You did a lot of slick wordplay in this piece that I also appreciated. I thought you did a really great job, Candy Baby. I'm going to give you a 9.7.
9.7 has been recorded. Thank you, Candy Baby. We'll let you know by the end of the evening what's your standings in the competition. All right.
All right. If y'all don't know, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Queen.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. I was about to tell you. We can go on. We can move on. But if you have an announcement, real quick.
You got an announcement? I was just about to talk stuff about the competition.
No, do your thing.
If you haven't been here already, this is what you need to do. So you want me to go ahead with that?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. If y'all want to hear how Habib is the Grand Griot, and you want to hear how Geronimo, if y'all want to go and vote for that brother right now for categories National Spoken Word Awards, go over there. He put the link in the chat room. Appreciate you, Geronimo. Y'all can click that link and go over there and vote. Make sure y'all vote for everybody that y'all know, but especially vote for Black in Pain. Iron Sharpens Iron is on the competition. They are nominated for the best radio, TV, and online show. I think that's number 17. So y'all go down there and y'all make sure that y'all vote. If you want to go and support everything else that's going on this competition, go over to Spotify, like, subscribe, leave a comment, go over on YouTube, Iron Sharpens Iron, everywhere. Y'all make sure that y'all go and y'all support. Leave a comment, share, tag, do all of that so we can get some love, so we can get the content, so we can appreciate you guys, so we can expose you guys to people who maybe not in our own clubhouse. So, we appreciate you guys for being here and supporting and being a part of this competition. All of you guys, all 12 poets that started, everybody that auditioned for the competition, trust me, they appreciate you guys. We love you and we appreciate you. I'm done with that.
All right, back to you. Let's bring the next ones up. Brother Habib, are you good? You need a minute?
No, I'm good.
Brother Habib is on go. Listen, Geronimo said you are on a mission. He came here with exclusive pieces. This is new, y'all. So he came ready to compete. He didn't come here with no old poems. He came to compete, okay? So we appreciate you, Grand Griot. Who's going first? Will it be you? Or will it be Mijou? I don't know if y'all know, but Mijou has been my boo since the Seductive Saturday, whatever the hell day that was. So, after all of that, I don't really care. He my griot. Never mind. Brother Habib, what we doing?
I'm excited to hear Mijou too. Let's let my man go.
Oh, what? He flipped the coin on you, Mijou. You going first.
I'm ready.
Of course you are. Let's get it, boo. The mic is yours.
This piece is called Iron Ligaments.
Hold on. Let me get the time together. Don't want you to,
You got to be ready, Black. You got to be ready.
Listen, Black got a lot of hats right now. There's a lot of stuff going on. All right?
All right. My bad.
Pause. That's a lot.
All right.
I'm just here to do my job. I don't want to get fined.
Whenever you ready, Mijou.
All right, this piece is called Iron Ligaments. I'm ready.
Hey, everyone listen up. This is Big Kyle. I ain't need you no more. I'm your coach that's finna work this chopper from your chest to your core. Cause let me tell you, this body right here is from the loo. I'm in my Midwest pocket clutching my tech nine spazzing like I done lost my damn mind. Cracking tops like a bottle of Hennessy. In the dark alley, knocking niggas out in the 12th round like it's a grand finale. So, hey, brother from another mother, I got another burner that'll leave your buddy smothered. I'm like a convertible, a drop-top shooter. I keep that nine tucked in my bed pocket since I put demons in cradles. Put this gun to a sucker's lips before it pacifies and eyes lit. Like a jack-o'-lantern, this clip will shoot hollows till you feel empty inside. I'm still grinning, your tongue still twisted from this homicide, cause they ain't seashells till they seashells, and now their bodies is down near the seashore. Now I'ma turn their faces into a tombstone. Mount Rushmore. Caught a body so good we had to give it a replay. They wanted to hear the sound of music, so we spun the block like a CD. Scope like a TV saying, good night, to kids like a movie. It's like, hold on, granddad. You looking kinda unfamiliar. Like you've been in a bad neighborhood. I carry metal that curves this cul-de-sac. I'll be Johnny with a 2x4 cause these shells splinter before turning breaths into December. I roll up the dead roaches while I smoke on this ember. Now watch me move like a sniper. Nice and steady when I shoot, it's a jawbreaker. Ed and Nettie. See, my word slang dope in these streets. It's like this white KKK and it's so racist that it'll put a nig in the ER. These red and blue lights will play with black skin like a Nintendo Switch. Using a heart like a drug while selling his soul to the streets is a group of black men from a bird's eye, just a pile of bone thugs searching for harmony. But my piece is handcuffed to my trigger finger. Ain't nothing harming me. That's why the Glock 9 harmonized. Up across the sunny side, up of these white edges, leaving shells. Their brains yoked in the frying pan. It's like breakfast to me. I like leaving them flat like pancakes. And I ain't your so I'ma slide across the top like butter before the night cuts them in half. If the hollow into the bone marrow raw, then this bacon is cooked. Turn his head up to 360 before his body became shook. I said it ain't sweet out here like candy, man. I leave them hooked. My foreshadows is my word. It's unfortunate that you have to take a look. This pen is sharp. It'll have ink leaking out your chest. Like death became a Dior costume with a bulletproof vest. I'm possessed, holding no deception. Since this obsession had a lesson of sessions, holding tension without an honorable mention. Leaving visions in different dimensions thanks to the extension of a pension that never had good intentions. So get right with Yeshua. You're either an invention or a soul prepared for division. And honestly, I don't think any nigga is ready for a holy incision. Attention! This is not a drill. This is a public service announcement. A bright Cuban link is a dog collar for a poodle who is a slave to the devil. Only for him to take your noodle. Since your soul is just a pack of ramen, your spirit was boiled and cooked before prayer in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Okay, Mijou. Okay. This is slam. This is slam, man. This was a slam piece, B. This was a slam piece. This was a slam piece. This was Scully poetry. Shout out to how many mics. This was Scully poetry. This was Scully poetry. This was hard. This was emphatic. This was bar heavy. This was swag. This was confidence. This was slam. Your official time is 3 minutes, .64. This was a slam piece. We asked you for a slam piece, and Mijou, you brought a slam piece. I thought you did a phenomenal job. I'm giving you a 10. Mr. Eric Moore.
Mijou. Oh, man. All right. I felt like I was hearing a young, hungry poet trying to let everybody else know I'm here too. Metaphors, punchlines, different inflections of your voice at different times of the piece. You said, you said they ain't seashells until they seashells. Now their body is washed up on the seashore. Now forgive me if I didn't get that particular line right. That let me know exactly where we was going. The passion was there. It's not really much I can say negative about this. But I do want to say this. Everybody that performed the piece here tonight did a slam piece. There are different variations of slam pieces. So with all that being said, my brother, I give you a 9.8. Wonderful job, man. Wonderful job.
9.8 has been recorded. The bar goddess, Queen B.
Me too. I was exhausted. I was so exhausted in the most invigorating way. I felt every box on the checklist got checked. The rhyme scheme that Imor brought up, that was what I wrote down. Just as he said, as soon as you got to that rhyme scheme, I was like, oh yeah, the slam is really, it has arrived. Like, I couldn't find any flaws. It's a 10 for me.
A 10 has been recorded. Mr. Written in Pain.
This was URL poetry. This was bars on top of bars. Nisha, I'm gonna give you a number.
Was that a 9.7?
Yes, sir, 9.7.
9.7 has been recorded. Thank you, Mijou. We'll let you know in a few minutes what's your fate in this competition. Okay.
Mijou.
We're gonna take a quick intermission, and we're gonna tally some scores, get some things together, and we'll be right back after these messages. Okay.
Yeah, bro, hold on, bro.
I know.
But let me just say this.
All right.
Let me talk.
All right, go ahead.
Let him cut.
If Habib's score is not higher than Mijou's score, Mijou is automatically in the final. I just wanted to state that before the Grand Griot touches the microphone. P-Black, it's on you.
I thought you was thinking that I forgot Habib, that he had to go. I didn't, though. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get, clear the, cleanse the palate, as they say in the culinary world. You know what I'm saying? When you about to get your main course, all right. You know what I'm saying?
I got my eyes on the course.
That was like a granita right there. That was like a granita if you have been to fine dining. You know what I'm saying? Cleanse the palate. Let's start fresh. Okay. Brother Habib, It's on you.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the theater of their life, each scene is staged live on stage. Soldiers turn actions, ready, action, aim, shoot. Giving Palestinian death performances a 21-gun standing ovation salute. Soldiers play out terrorist acts like Broadway broadcasted from Beirut. Every child with a baby tooth and elderly man who can barely shoot is playing the role of some radicalized terrorist recruit that they must execute. This is the first time in my life where you can literally smell the cellular decomposition through your cellular device. First time where you can watch videos of a bomb blast that literally shatter your cell phone glass. First time playing modern day warfare on a battlefield where soldiers specialize in special ops and Metal Gear, where the IDF forces report to their call of duty to fight a cold war on hot desert sand, giving out full metal jackets to every child, woman, and man without PS5 controllers in hand. Damn. Instead of playing video games, families send their sons out on jihad. Even though he's only going out to get food, just fighting through the mob is a suicide job. But there's no Jokers or Harley Quinns in this suicide squad. Just soldiers firing on starving men, trying to send them back to God. His family finally found his body rigor mortis frozen. His Elsa shirt and a bag of flour he was holding, both soaked in hemoglobin. Still, your brain can never let go of the echo of a wounded mother's scream. Even in her thin condition of malnutrition, still the fat lady sings. Soon will be done. In one instant, entire families are snuffed out like an infant. Picture an infant trying to suckle on a blood-soaked breast, clutching on to the bullet wounds that cover their dying mother's chest, while mamas are trying to breathe through the blast of phosphorus gas like Lamar's class. These are the labor pains of her last breath, while the final contractions of her heart give birth to her death. Look, it's a goy. Babies will take their first and last step across a skull and bone society into a brotherhood of death. Saying barbarity barely brings light into the darkness of their night. Dead bodies bask in the glow of the moon, where you can hear these savage animals howling at their wounds, begging the most merciful God, please send out your mercy soon. Soon will be done. Troubles of the world. Troubles of the world. The troubles of the world soon will be done.
Wow. We needed that palate cleanser. Wow, man. Talking about passion and conviction. This piece was just, so visual. The ability to, paint pictures with your words. Absolutely phenomenal. And I caught the flip or the reference rather of the Harley Quinn and Joker Suicide Squad scheme. I thought that was dope. This was fire. And it was so thought-provoking that, what I'm saying, I'm in a whole different mode right now. That's a 10. Mr. Eric Moore.
it's not an easy thing to do, but you make it look easy. It's difficult to do 3 different pieces, more or less on the same topic, and make each and every piece stand out. I saw things. When you were reciting your piece, I had my eyes closed the whole time. I visualized everything you said. I've always said whenever I perform, the job of a spoken word artist is to be a comedian, is to be an actor, is to be a newscaster, is to be your next door neighbor. You've accomplished all of those things flawlessly. You got rid of the checkerboard, and you played chess. This is a 10, my brother.
A 10 has been recorded. The bar goddess, Queen B.
Brother Habib, you had my heart, my mind, my spirit, my ears. What you did today was like, it was like a cram course in, this is what's really going on in the world. And to be able to walk away from performances and know that you've been taught, you've been thus enlightened and ignited as someone who has the job of awareness, being an advocate. I don't think I've ever, since this war has begun, I don't think I've ever heard to date a more concise and relatable voice than yours. And that's just everywhere there's coverage, everywhere. The way you take pop culture and you show us how it means absolutely nothing, it's like the perfect placement of what now becomes buzzwords, only to just pull you in to make you put your whole face in what's happening. Like E. Moore said, to have 3 poems in a slam, mind you, and all 3 poems on the same topic. When you hit the singing is when, my eyes were closed. That part, it just took me. I was done. Crying like a baby. That was it. Because I could feel you, and I could feel what you felt for them. It's been a pleasure, Brother Habib. My God, it's a 10.
A 10 has been recorded. Mr. Written in Pain.
I can't over-express how amazing it was to hear you circumventing the same topic. This was like a trilogy, poetically. And it was a trilogy in which each part was telling an individual story, but overall there was a connection. Brother Habib, to have been joking around with you last week, and for you to tell us you came with 3 new pieces this week, and the level of poetry that these 3 pieces are, I just want to say that whoever wins this competition and is crowned Griot, they got big shoes. It's a 10, bro.
A 10 has been recorded. Once again, no deliberation. That's another 30. All right. Okay. let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's get to the nitty gritty. So we all came here for, to see who will emerge to go to the finale. Now, we got to get some things situated real quick. But in the meantime, let's go through these scores. Okay. Very close. Very, very close. In fact, the deciding factor of the person in last place to the person who's in the finale is 0.1. 0.1, another point would have, a point of a point would have made it a spit-off. But let's get to these scores. Coming in first place with a secure spot into the Grand Griot finale. Congratulations to Miju.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that,
Miju.
Now, this right here is so hard. The two scores is a 29 and a 28.9. A 29 and a 28.9. Coming in with a cumulative score of a 29. Congratulations to Kiana Pearl. You made it into the next round of competition. You are in the finale. The Griot, Kiana Pearl. This is so unfortunate. It's by a point of a point. So close. As we all know, this is a competition. But besides that, Candy Baby, what you have accomplished in this competition, being the fact that you've never competed before. You just came to Clubhouse and you just start sharing your work, and like the gospel, the people heard you. The passion that you delivered from week to week, the dedication, the thinking outside of the box. Me and my brother Payne was having a conversation, and he made the statement. He said that the most improvement of anybody's pen in this competition from start to finish, the most dramatic change has been Candy Baby. And I said, I gotta agree with you, bro. I gotta agree with you. From week to week, whether you had doubters, haters, or whatever the case may be, you showed up week to week and you spit your heart out. Queen, I don't want you to feel no way about this for what you have accomplished in this competition and the contribution that you've put in this competition. Is beyond words. You should feel really proud of yourself, Queen. You You should feel really proud of yourself. You had some naysayers. Oh, this ain't gonna happen and this ain't gonna happen. And you proved them all wrong. You are a phenom. And I know that your work, your words, and your artistry is gonna resonate in the world. You know, I really do appreciate you, Candy Baby, and what you brought to this competition. And the way you carried yourself in this competition. It says a lot about who you are as a person. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate to see you go. But you're not a loser in this. You are still a winner. Payne, you want to say anything to Candy B?
You know, when the top 12 got announced, there was a lot of names coming up. You know, people talk about we think, and you had a lot of like what I call marquee names from this app, and I didn't really hear your name, you know. And here we are, you know, in the final three, and a lot of people didn't think you was going to make it to the final. I told you early on that you was the anchor of Team Payne, and I told you that you was the Team Payne captain, and it ended up that you was the last poet standing. I know that this is only going to motivate you to do better and greater things, but we'll talk about all that on Thursday. We ride together, we die together, Team Payne.
Yes. Oh, man. This has been a journey. This has been a journey. But the journey isn't over. I know it feels real good to be in the finale. You got a 50-50 chance of walking away with that Grand Griot title around your waist. Our brother Habib can tell you the belt is not no cheap toy. It is not no cheap toy.
Speak on it.
And this belt will exceed the price of the first Grand Griot belt. Because we're trying to, you know what I'm saying, make it bigger and better every year. So it's within grasp, you know, but it's not over. The Griot Sage has something to say.
Welcome to the Grand Griot competition. This is your final challenge. The Grand Griot poem. This piece, you will tell us why it is you who deserve to be titled Grand Griot. In doing this, you will incorporate as many as the prompts and challenges you incorporated along the way. The more challenges you are able to strategically place into your poem, greatens the chance of you scoring high amongst the judges. Keep in mind, in the event of a tie, you will need another poem. This poem will be about your opponent and why they are in the final round. The Grand Griot poem is the opus magnus of this competition and should encamp everything you have learned along the way. Failure to do this, and you will always be remembered as the poet who was almost Grand Griot. Do this, and you will be bestowed the title of Grand Griot. Good luck.
I thought we was gonna get away with the Griot Sage not being an asshole for at least one challenge. He's consistent.
Let me clarify.
Go ahead, bro.
Sage has spoken. On July 13th, which is not next Saturday, on July 13th, we will have the Grand Griot finale. This is the Grand Griot poem. This poem is about why you deserve to be crowned Grand Griot. This poem should also include as many of the challenges that you have written about as you can strategically place into this poem. You're not saying use all of them. You don't have to use any of them. But we looking for you to. That's what the Grand Griot poem is about. So you're going to write this poem about why you're the Grand Griot, why you should be crowned Grand Griot, using as many of the challenges within the poem as you can. However, last year, this ended in a tie. In the event of a tie, we want you to have a poem ready. This poem is about your opponent. We're not telling you what to say, what to write, how to write it. But this poem is about your opponent and why you believe they're in the final. Another thing is, we're going to talk about this on Wednesday, and I'll bring it up again on Thursday. We have something called the Iron Scribes Tournament. The Iron Scribe Tournament is an open invitation to anyone who is eliminated from the Grand Prix. That tournament will end in the same night, obviously, and it is for $150 to the winner of the Iron Scribe Tournament. But to be in the Iron Scribe Tournament, you have to be someone who was eliminated from the competition last year. That tournament was won by Ebony the God. So, but we will keep you in the loop with that. But that's what it is. It's the Grand Griot poem. It is July 13th, which is Saturday after next. And we're going to crown us a Grand Griot. It is an all-team black Grand Griot.
I thought we would never get to that. I thought we would nenever get to that.
I know you
What
did.
a beautiful segue. What a beautiful segue. I mean, perfect time.
I'm out of the mood right now.
Perfect time.
Right now. Too soon.
A team black finale.
Too soon. I'm not in the mood for all the jokes and all
I
that.
told you what we do.
A little bit emo. Chill out.
The Team Black showed out. They won the challenge.
Pop your collar.
In the middle of the season.
That's right. Pop it. Pop your collar.
They won the
Team
challenge
Black.
In the middle of the season when it was like a team challenge and the winner of the challenge won the money and then they had to split. Team Black won.
I didn't even notice that, China. That's crazy. I didn't even notice that. They won that challenge too. I forgot about that.
Thanks. I'll be hearing
I try
about
to do
this
what
later.
I can do when I can do it.
I appreciate
I try to do my
I'm
job.
Hear about this later.
Okay.
Oh, you a dollar. It's Kiana Pearl versus Miju in the finals. So Black, if you had something else.
Yeah. So both of you guys, obviously, both Team Black. You know, here it is. The time is now. Forget everything in the past. I told you guys score relatively, very close, a 29 and a 28.2. Is you guys' cumulative scores throughout this competition. So right there, you're neck and neck. My advice to both of you is to leave it all on the stage. Don't hold back. Don't hold back. This is not the time to be modest. This is not the time to be, chivalrous or whatever the case may be. This is the time to do your thing. It's within reach.
Shauna Pearl, the first female to be in the finals of the Grand Griot. Queen B wasn't
Facts.
a poetic idol, but when it comes to them Grand Griot stats,
Facts.
the first female to be in it.
Wow.
Facts. And that's a statement. That's a statement. That's a statement for real. And I think it's gonna be a beautiful finale, man. Both you guys deserve to be here. Both you guys have been putting in the work week to week, and you're here. You're both here. It's up for grabs. It's 50-50. It's up for grabs. Who wants it more? Who wants this title more? So we're going to find out. You guys got a week off. Get your pieces together. We will do the Wednesday room. Because we have some more developments concerning the Iron Scribe tournament. So we'll relinquish those other things that we're going to mention about that on that Wednesday room. So y'all come through. If you got eliminated out of this competition, come through. Hear this news. You know what I'm saying? Not many competitions give you a second chance to get some moolah. So this is an open invitation to the Iron Scribe. So you guys come through and, we'll give you a little bit more information about that on Wednesday. Phenomenal night of spoken word. All of you guys, every one of you guys showed up. Everybody showed up tonight. And this was a phenomenal night. So if nothing else, you ain't got no last announcements, Payne. Oh yeah, we do have announcements. Yeah, we do have an announcement. My brother Payne, myself, and Dr. Russ Livingston, on Monday, we will be sitting down with the phenomenal, incomparable Ebony the Goddess. And we will be doing a deep dive on her poem, Grandma's Hands. And we're gonna get down into the nitty gritty and the knowings of this phenomenal piece. So you guys come through and spend this time with us, man. We're gonna really get into it, and we have a writing challenge attached along with this room. So you guys that love to write to prompts, you get a great chance to write to one of the lines in Ebony's poem. So y'all definitely come through with that. Payne, anything else?
Two things. One, make sure y'all come through Thursday to read it through paper. We're gonna send Candy.
We're gonna send her in style. Sure. Yeah, we gotta send Candy B off, man.
I believe China Blue wanted to have some closing words to take us out.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all there with the First Lady and Written in Pain on Thursday night for Breathing Through Paper as we send off Candy Baby. I don't know if you guys know, that's a good send off. Y'all need to be there.
Facts.
When they do the closing out on that night. Be there and support these artists. Y'all say y'all love them in the chat when they performing at the Grand Griot. Be there when they're not at their best because they feel like they didn't do their best, they didn't win. Be there to support them and show them love and let them know that they definitely did their thing in this competition. So that's what that's about on that Thursday night. So make sure that y'all there to do that. Shout out to our judges. We appreciate y'all. Black Pay. Make sure y'all vote in. Go to National Spoken Words. Geronimo posted up the link in the chat room. Y'all go and vote for your favorite poets. Make sure you're voting for this platform because it's a beautiful platform. These people are doing these things out their pocket, y'all. Paying black, they do this thing out their pocket. You know, this is a competition that you guys don't, if you all know anything about slams and these kind of competitions where you win these types of things, you normally have to pay a fee to get into that. And you guys not doing that. Y'all are just here for the love and the support and the opportunity, and we appreciate y'all. All 12 poets that showed up in this competition, including Rafa, we appreciate you guys. The provocative poet, Lady Crucible, she's nominated. Go over there and do that. Geronimo, he's a judge. Support him. He was there last year. Go over there and support them. Support these people. Share the room, share the love, share the house. Go over on Spotify. Make sure that you're supporting the house. Leave a comment, okay? Because those comments and those likes help us
definitely
make a move for ourselves.
On that note right there, China, if you guys would, please, if you haven't rated the podcast, you know, that's something else you can do for free. Like, rate the podcast, give us a 5-star rating. It's gonna put us in the algorithm. We're gonna be in front of more people where this can get bigger. It can get bigger. You know, this podcast is not monetized. It's not monetized. You know, we trying to get it to that level where we can do that. And when we can do that, we can make these competitions bigger and bigger. You know, everything is coming, like China said, everything is coming out of me and Payne's pocket. And it's like, you know, we want to get this, we want to make it bigger. We want this platform to get as big as it can get, you know, so our voices can be heard. So, you know, by doing something simple as that, going over it, download an episode and rate it. Give us a good rating, and it'll put us in front of more people, you know, so it's very helpful.
And the more people that they're in front of, the more people that you guys are in front of. It's not just a their thing. The more people that they involve themselves in, that's the people that you guys see. That yes, they have a podcast, and yes, you guys are on it. But the more people that listen to what they're doing, the more people that are listening to you, the more fans you get, the more opportunities that you get, the more people that book you. These are opportunities. So don't let that go to waste. Speaking of which, shout out to our judge, Eric Moore. Listen to Without Warning Radio. Go over there. It's a 24-hour, all day, all you need, exclusive episode. Go over there. If you're trying to do something big in your life, connect with this brother. He will help you do those things. Check out the Midday Fix with Eric Moore. Big Flex, Wednesdays, 12 p.m. Eastern. How many mics? We have our episodes that's over there. Myself and Written in Pain and Poetic Black, our DJ, 6 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays. Go over there. Check out our judge, Queen B. Go to IB Planet. Follow her movement. Do what she's doing. Follow Brother Habib. You know, he got some projects in the works. He's trying to make sure that it's good. Make sure that you following him. Make sure that y'all voting. We got our favorite poets out there. Make sure that y'all doing all of that. And support people. Show your love. Let them know that you're out there, that y'all love them.
So with all that being said, man, we love you guys. Good luck to the 2 final competitors. Y'all get focused. It's right there. We love you guys. Good night.
Night.
As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another.
Or the story. I thought it was a good story. I just felt like it was parts of the story that lagged a little bit for me.
Your cadence, man, it captivated me.
Me, it's just the sincerity in the piece. You know, I could feel that, and the emotion is always going to win me over when I can feel that it's real. So
it was one of those pieces that, you know, where you're waking people up, you know what I'm saying, bringing awareness. It was an awareness poem, and I really dug it, and I really dug the message behind it.
Thank y'all very much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the space.
Are you ready to enter the dojo? Here, Iron. Sharpeth. Iron.